I'm Shakira Costa.
I'm Boss.
I'm Stephanie Boyat.
And I'm Natalia Alberto.
We're in the 8th grade and we come from the school IC, which stands for International School of Curacao. Does anyone by any chance know where Curacao is? Or any guess? Yes?
It's in the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah, that is correct. It's an island located in the southern part of the Caribbean Sea. It's off the coast of Venezuela, and if people still don't know where it is, it's next to Aruba. It's part of the ABC Islands, and it's estimated to have about 150,000 people on it living on it. We 5 represent the other 30 students that are involved in GIN at our school, and GIN has been introduced to us 1.5 years ago. In those 1.5 years, we mainly focused on natural disasters and mitigation, and that is also our theme of today. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to ask.
Okay. A natural disaster is a major adverse event resulting from natural processes of the earth. Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, floods, hurricanes are all examples of natural disasters. Geography plays an important role in how a natural disaster affects an area. For example, in rural areas, families must do without modern conveniences, and in densely populated areas, people must fight for limited resources. Here are some examples of different natural disasters and what they might cause. Here you can see that houses are destroyed and you can no longer live in them. And this is an example of a hurricane. Okay. The first victims that we worked on helping were the Sandy hurricane victims.
Hurricane Sandy, commonly known as Superstorm Sandy, was the most dangerous hurricane of the 2012 Atlantic hurricane season, as well as the second most costly. The hurricane was classified 18th named storm, 10th hurricane, and second major storm of the year. At its peak of intensity, it was a Category 3 when it made landfall to Cuba. Being a Category 2, making landfall to United States, it became the largest hurricane on record. The cost of the hurricane was about $68 billion, a total only surpassed by Hurricane Katrina. And at least 286 people have died along the path in 7 different countries.
Here are some examples of the destruction the Sandy hurricane caused. Here you can see that the streets were flooded everywhere.
To raise money for the Sandy hurricane, we did several different activities. Our first activity was a silent art auction where all our GIN members painted paintings about the Sandy hurricane, as you can see in these pictures. We also did, the people then bid on the paintings, and that's how we earned money. We also did a marble contest, which is pretty much where there's a big jar of marbles, and people have to pay 1 guilder to guess the amount of marbles in the jar. With those 2 activities, we earned about 500 guilders, which is about $280.
Recently, we worked on helping the Philippine typhoon victims.
The Philippines reeled from a massive typhoon that hit its eastern seaboard on Friday, November 2nd, 2013. The fish sun
massive typhoon can make landfall anywhere. The Department of Social Welfare and Development estimates that around 10 million families and people have been affected by this typhoon. Survivors are forced to walk long distances and far long distances to reach aid, help, and medical attention. There's only one remaining functioning hospital that lies in the capital city, Tacloban. It only has 250 beds available.
Even though the armed forces of the Philippines try to deliver as much goods as possible through helicopters, aid, medical, and relief goods are still in short supplies. Though aid has arrived in the Philippines, the work to restore the country has just begun. One of our very own teachers has been hit, his family has been hit by the super typhoon.
Here is an interview that we took of him and what happened to his family.
My name is Nigel. I'm originally from the Philippines, and I'm here with ISC, International School in Curacao, and teaching international chemistry, biology, and classical geometry. It happened in the dawn of November 2014, and people were sleeping at the time, and it greatly happened, greatly affected the whole millions of people living on. I lost my grandfather, I lost my niece. By that time it happened, my mom was missing until after 2 weeks. Her body was found, but sad to say, she didn't make it. And it's really painful for me losing this loved ones of mine. And because of this tragic accident, it's very hard and painful for me. This family is very, very big outside. It's very dramatic. I can still remember when I went to school, I was so blocked and I was out of my mind. I couldn't even concentrate because after hearing the news, losing some members of the family is very hard for me, and I can't contain myself but to cry. The last time that I heard from them was saying how I'm doing in school. I can see the mirror voices, the laughter, and I miss them a lot. Last December 2013, I went back to the Philippines to visit my family, to visit my friends also. And I witnessed the area, I witnessed the pain that we were experiencing, and the way we were experiencing the pain due to that typhoon hurricane. And that was the last time that I was in the Philippines and able to be with my family and friends.
To raise money for Mr. Arbogast's family, we did a movie night for the elementary kids where we pretty much babysat them while they watched a movie with their friends and had snacks and drinks. We also did several bake sales to earn money for the family of Mr. Arbogast. And with those activities, we earned about 1,000 guilders, which is about $555. We also interviewed him to see how much he appreciated the money and how it helped.
First of all, I would like to thank GIN CMS of the International School in Curacao for conducting this various fundraising activities to raise funds to help victims of typhoon meetings, including my family. The money that you raised has helped a lot in restoring back their lives, preparing houses with food, and children and medicines. My family in particular was being helped with the money that you raised. I lost my immediate family, and because of the money, we were able to buy some medicines for those who family members also.
Okay, natural disasters over the years. According to the EMDAT, the natural disasters have been increasing from 78 in 1970 to 348 in 2004. Scientists believe that the increase in natural disasters is due to man-made and natural factors. Okay. This graph shows the socioeconomic resilience in 2013. It's basically showing you what countries are continents would be most prepared when a natural disaster strikes. As you can see, Australia, United States, Canada, and Alaska would be the countries and continents that would be most prepared, and countries in Africa would be the least prepared. The color isn't clear right now, but it was sad.
Throughout these 1.5 years, we haven't only focused on natural disasters, but we also focused on helping our own community. We did an activity where we painted a monument in our local community, which was built a long time ago out of sand and salt, and after the years has been destroyed. It has also been destroyed by graffiti, and all of our GIN members helped paint inside and out of the monument area.